Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the Tony Six Morning Show. So, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications as we get your picks today here from the NBA, college basketball, NHL as well. Of course, we have a parlay peripheral segment at the end of the show, so don't forget that. First thing to do, give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that. It really helps us build up our audience, so give us that like, that thumbs up. We'll beat the cappers and get right to the picks so we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. 5-5 day. A little winning day because of the Panthers. You get a nice big plus price on the puck line on the Panthers in that matchup. So with that covered the juice. So in the green yesterday would have been big in the green if Buffalo could have won it outright. I took a shot with the Buffalo there instead of taking the 15 points. I took money line outright. It was some plus 850 and it was close. Sometimes in this you got to take those big money line shots. That's how you make the big money. When you get 3-4 times your money, sometimes I'm going to go out there and take those big shots. So at least I know I am. As so said, you guys should have taken the points. Probably should have, but almost over 8.5 times my money. I'm going to take a shot on that, and I would do it again all day. If they hit those couple threes they attempted late, they would have got the win in that one. So it is what it is. A little winning day. Can't complain there. Even taking the big shot. So you got to do that in what we're doing once in a while. I think is take a shot on that big dog. It's worth it. So on to today, I love today's action. Good slate of college basketball again. Small slate on the ice, and some pretty good NBA games today as well. So let's get to it.
Let's hit to it. All right, let's go to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Not much. Coming off a pretty good day, 2-1. Shout out to the Raptors for being my best bet and getting the bounce back. Nice. I had a couple losing days there, so we're back on track with the NBA. And shout out to the Grizzlies for almost going to 300 total. That was an exciting situation there. But yeah, just ready to get to it. A lot of good NBA games today, and just ready to get to the bank. As Solo says.
That's right. Let's to Sean. Sean, what's going on?
500-day essay college basketball. I'm on a 17-15 run here, so not the greatest. We'll get it back on track. End the show picks, so 2-0. We get a push with the Mavs. If you bet it later, you would have had a winner, but it is. We're just on to a new day. Let's get it going here on it's Wednesday, right?
Wednesday, that's right.
Happy Wednesday. Wonderful.
That's right. Let's say hello to Al Ninos. Al, what's going on?
Yeah, I got greedy with a money line too. I had the Bucks on the money line. Unfortunately, as Rod said, probably should have taken the points there, but I had them early plus 163, and that number definitely came down. But yeah, again, I just thought it was a good shot at an underdog. I know they haven't been playing their best, but they definitely have the talent to get the job done there. Had the talent to get the job done. It was close, but it fell a little short. Anyway, still a winning day yesterday, and would have been a much nicer day, I guess, if I had the points of the Bucks. But it would have been even nicer if they actually won the game. They could have won. So better luck next time, I guess.
Very good. That's Solo. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope everybody's doing good. We went 6-4 yesterday. Made a little plus money. Dropped the ball, though, because, I went with that Suns money line. I thought they were going to get Memphis. They found a way to get in overtime, and they got us. But we'll get that back today. Let's get to the bank.
Okay. So no panic in Dodgerville, right? 1-5 spring start.
You say I got that on. No worries.
No worries whatsoever. That's right. All right, to San Diego State here with my best bet winner there. It's tough to go against those Mountain West teams at home. We'll see how it rolls today. Let's get underway here with the NBA to start it off here on this card for tonight. It's a 9-game card. We'll start here in this first block with Raptors and Pacers. Pacers going to be laying 10. I see a 10.5 popping up now. Total 234. Blazers and Wizards. Your 1-800 game in this block. Blazers here 5.5. Total 232. Celtics and Pistons. Celtics now up to 4.5. Total 226. Let's take a look at these injury reports. We have several teams will be in back-to-back spots here today on this Wednesday 9-game card. Let's take a look at these injuries here. Boston and Detroit. Tonight, of course, Boston in the back-to-back spot. We've got Holiday, Horford, Cornette, Porzingis listed as out right now on the report, although I'm seeing Holiday questionable now on one of my other sheets. Detroit, on their side, Ivy still out with that broken leg, Fontecchio questionable. As we move on over to Toronto and Indiana, Ingram, Portal, Tucker showed out, although Ray Dick now shows questionable. Podol now is upgraded to questionable there. So there you go. Halliburton, McConnell, questionable for Indiana. All right, next up there, Boston. We got Boston, Detroit. Next up, Portland and Washington. We got Ain, Minaya, Thibault, and Williams out for Portland. Bay, Brogdon out for Washington. Alex Sarr will be questionable. We start with Rob.
Yeah, looking at Boston taking in on Detroit in that matchup. Doesn't that line look a little bit funky to you? Why is Boston only a 4-point favorite? You look at the last 10 meetings head-to-head between these two clubs. Boston minus 11, Boston minus 12, Boston minus 12.5, Boston minus 14, Boston minus 15, Boston minus 17, Boston minus 12, minus 10.5, minus 8.5, minus 13.5. Now I'm looking at a Boston minus 4.5. Give me the Pistons on the money line in that one. The Pistons are hot. Boston in the second half of back-to-back. You barely beat the Raptors ATS-wise. Good luck beating Detroit outright. I'll take the Pistons on the money line in that matchup there. Another one. Hey, look, the Philadelphia 76ers are playing some basketball. Yeah, not trusting them either. Give me the Knicks. I'll lay the 10 there. It's up to 10.5 in a lot of places too. Maybe come down to 10 again, but either way, I'm going to lay the Knicks. I know the Knicks haven't been the greatest over the last 5. Hey, they're 3-2, 1-4 against the number, but better than the 76ers, 0-5 and 0-5 against the number. I'll lay it with the Knicks.
That's the one next to that's the next block.
Oh, did I jump a block? My bad. I jumped a block.
Yeah. On over to Chris.
Yeah, definitely take the points with Detroit, or you can take the money line either way. I think Boston's looking ahead to getting back home and playing the Cavs on Saturday, so I don't think there's going to be much going on there. So take Detroit with the points. With the Toronto Indy, I just take the points with Toronto in that one, especially if Halliburton and McConnell are questionable. We'll check the happy hour to see how that goes. And then Portland, Washington, I'm going to take the under. I don't want to bet a side on that one, and I don't know if we get any points in that one either.
From Chris on over to Sean.
Let's make a trifecta there on the Pistons, right? I mean, back to back. You got the Cavs on deck. I mean, both teams playing hot, but that's just a bad spot there for Boston. Toronto and Indy. How about an over in this one here? I know Toronto played well last night. I would look at the over. 129 and 127 there for a couple Indiana wins last time here at home. I lean over. And Portland and the Wizards. Why do I think this is a solo money line play here on the Wiz again? I mean, Portland at home, sure. I mean, they were laying points the other day. I was all excited. I thought it was getting points, and they were favored. They didn't cover. I know the Wizards are terrible. Portland, how much?
They hot.
I'll take. What was it? 6.5. It's gonna be the 6.5 with the lowly Wizards. Let's go.
Pinnacle moved up to 6.5. Big move here on Portland right now. Up on the board there with the late steam move there. On over to Al.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Like the Wizards at home, just probably more of just going against the Blazers on the road. We've seen they haven't been great, so not going to lay 2 possessions with them on the road against, as Solo said, the Wizards been playing pretty good basketball. Maybe not getting many wins, but they've been hanging in there. So getting 2 possessions, I think, is the play here at home. And the other one, yeah, I think that's my favorite play actually in this slot. I would look at the Pacers first quarter, but minus 3.5. I'll just hope it comes down to -3, and then I'll try to play that.
From Al Nino, it's on over to Solo.
Portland and Washington. Portland is obviously without Aiden. I think they're a different team. They obviously play better at home. Washington's probably the second hottest team in the NBA right now behind the Pistons. They're 8-2 in their last 10 ATS. They're getting some bodies back. The Wizards are playing at home. I think it's a really good spot. I think we should take the Wizards plus the points. Boston and Detroit, like I just mentioned, Detroit is hot. But at the same time, when you break down Detroit's last 10 wins, they haven't really been versus the top-tier teams in NBA. They kind of beat up on the Bulls and some other little mediocre teams. Boston rested Drew Holiday. I think he'll be back in this one. I'm going to lay it with the Celtics. 76 in New York. I just don't like what the 76 got going on. I'm going to take this total over 230.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to look at the Detroit side here. You looked at this Pistons team. They've covered 9 of 10, 9-2 to the spread at home against winning teams. This is Celtics 6-8 to the spread with the rest disadvantage. This is a disadvantaged spot. Celtics back-to-back. The Pistons rested here. I'll look at that Detroit there at the plus price. Philadelphia's the next block. Look here at Toronto, Indiana. Can only look at taking the points with Toronto. Toronto is a team that battles up there 9-5 the spread with rest disadvantage. Team with some depth there off the bench. You got Barnes and Barrett in there. I feel comfortable getting the double digits there in this spot here. So I'll look at them here. They defended a little bit as well. The Raptors holding teams to 45%, shooting 29% from three over their past 5. So look at that. I just look at a fast-paced Portland and Washington. As Solo said, there's no rim protector. Interesting note here with this Washington team. When they play consecutive home games, they're 12-4 the over at home. So that first game off a road trip, don't take them over. But when they've been at home for a while, they go over. So 12-4 the over in consecutive home games, 9-3 the over at home against the West. I'll look at the over there with Portland and Washington. Let's continue here on the Tony Tomorrow Show as we get ready here for the next block of games from the NBA. We've got Sixers and Knicks. We've got the Knicks 10 right now, although Penny has 9.5, so the sharpest book in the world is the only one at 9.5 there. Total 231.5. Hawks and Heat. Hawks 2.5. I'm sorry, Heat 2.5. Total 230. Thunder and Nets. Big line here. OKC on the road 17.5 in some spots. Total 216. Let's take a look at some of these injuries here in this block of game. Philly and the Knicks. No Embiid, no Gordon, no Lowry, no Yabusele. Yabusele's actually been playing well. He's out there for Philadelphia. Edwards and Grimes here are probable. On the Knicks side, there's no Robinson. Towns will be questionable. OG is probable in the game between the Hawks and Heat. No Krejci, no Lance. Young is probable. On the Miami side, no Jovic, no Stevens. Adebayo, questionable. Wiggins and Ware are both probable. OKC and the Nets. Just Mitchell out for OKC. On the Nets side, it looks like another tanking lineup here. No Claxton, no Clowney, no Russell, no Thomas. Although if you want to lose, you might want to put Russell in there. And then Johnson there, questionable. So let's get this one underway with Rob.
Now, a quick step back on the ones I missed. The Raptors and the Pacers, I agree with Tony. 7 of the last 8 meetings head-to-head have went over the total. So give us the over Raptors, Pacers. And then give me the under in Portland and Washington. Those two offenses have not been good. So you got a battle of two not-so-good offenses there. Take the under 232. All right, on to this slate of matchup. OKC lands 17. Yeah, not doing it. The Nets have been cover machines. Why? I have no idea. And then winning games, too. So 3-2 in their last 10, same as OKC. OKC only one cover, though, in their last 5. Why? Because they've been getting spreads of these big, giant inflated numbers. So give me Brooklyn plus the points in that matchup. And then you got the Hawks taking on the Heat, and I'm looking at 230.5, and you want to run to the over going, yeah, it's light. Hawks are usually in the 240s, right? Yeah, but the Heats aren't. Usually 220 is what you see from a Heat team. So it's like in the middle, you got one team that plays the lower scoring game and a team that plays track meets. So the book's like, we'll split it in the middle and give you 230. Give me the under 230.5 on that one. I think that total's just a tad too high there with the Heat at home in that matchup.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, the Philly, New York. I did the video on YouTube. You guys can check it out. It's a little deeper dive, but I'm going to take the over. I think we get up and over that total. Even if New York has to do most of the heavy lifting there, I think we'll get up. Atlanta, Miami. I'm going to take the points with Atlanta. And then Brooklyn, OKC. It's at 216. I might lean to an over there. I think OKC can do definitely enough to get there. And if Brooklyn contributes a little bit, we'll still get over 216.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
All right, we have Atlanta, Miami, Hawks. This is their first little roadie. Right, they're on a nice little 8-2 run, ATS wise. The Heat, they're back home after their road trip, so I'd lean Atlanta there. Thunder, really 17. We're laying 17 here. Okay, all right. And what else is this bracket? We got the Clippers and the Bulls.
That's the next one. You got all 3. You covered the 3. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's for the Nets. Yeah, 17. There we go.
There we go from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I'll look at the Nets. I'll look at them in the first half, getting 9.5. Don't hate them on the full game either. Look at the Knicks in the first quarter. They're laying 3.5. Again, I'd rather get it 3, which we might just get it, but it's -3.5, -105 right now. And again, as I think Rod was talking about, I don't know what the hell's going on with the 76ers, but they got to start figuring out their process or whatever they got going on there. Yeah, that's what I like here. So Nets first half and Knicks first quarter.
There from Al on over to Solo.
Yeah, I jumped the spot last time, but I agree. In Indy and Toronto over. Atlanta, Miami. I got to wait and see what's going on with Bam Adebayo. I'm not quite sure he's fully going to play. I don't really like Miami without him, but if he plays, we with Miami. If he doesn't, I'm on Atlanta. And the other one, OKC and Brooklyn. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm on the under.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. I'm just going to lay it with New York. That's just this Sixers team is just a mess right now. Past 3 on the road, give 121 points per 100 possessions. New York is shooting the ball pretty well over their past 5, 49%. Philly has failed to cover 9 straight. And there have been a lot of ugly losses there for Philadelphia. Double digits against bad teams, man. It's just bad here. There. All right. Also here, I'm not. I'm gonna wait till later in the day to look at that Miami Atlanta game once we figure out these injuries. I'm gonna take the points with the Brooklyn. Believe it or not, the Nets have covered 7 of 9. This is a team that's been hanging around there. And they've been defending. Believe it or not, they're defending here over the past 5 games, holding teams at 43% shooting, 28% from 3. You know, that kind of defense tells me there's some effort on the court. And that's all I need here to cover that 17. So I'll take the 17 here with the Brooklyn Nets. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we'll close out our card here NBA. Remember, guys, we're giving you our free picks right now on our show. If you're looking for our best bets, head on over to our site, TonySpicks.com. Link in the description. Our cappers are up here giving out we're posting their top plays for you guys. You can see our leaderboard showing our top performers. Pretty much everybody on our show doing great work here. You can see Sean on the leaderboard, top of leaderboard for the year. We got Rod doing great work in NHL. You see him out near the top in the last 7 days. Solo, a big day yesterday. So, guys, check it out. Chris doing great in the NBA. Al good in NHL run here as well, guys. So check us out over at TonySpicks.com. Click the link in the description. Go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue here on the show as we close out the NBA with the final 3 games here. Clippers and Bulls. Clippers 8.5 now, total 228.5. 9s are pretty much gone. I saw 9 earlier this morning. Kings and Jazz. This one's 9, 9.5, 10 at Pinnacle now. Wow. Sacramento favored by 10, total 236.5. Spurs and Rockets. The Rockets 10 now, total 229. Look at these big spreads in these last 3 here. Let's take a look at the injuries report this early in the betting cycle in these 3 games. Powell is out for the Clippers. On the Bulls side, no Smith, no Williams, Vucevic doubtful, Dosunmu questionable. Witter and Collins are both questionable in that game. Kings and Jazz. Ellis questionable. On the Jazz side, no Collins, no Market, and no Sexton. Kessler is questionable there for Utah. Spurs and Houston. Basie out for the Spurs. Van Fleet and Zeller out for Houston. So you're caught up here with the injuries. Over to Rod.
Yeah, and looking at the Houston game, 9.5. Yeah, I'm not laying 9.5 with the Houston team without Van Fleet in the lineup. No chance. Give me the Spurs plus the 9.5 in that matchup. And another one I'm looking at here in this side spot is the Clippers. Really, you're laying 8.5 now. I know the Bulls are bad, but they're not that bad. They may be 1-4 straight up over the last 5, but they're covering spreads at least 3-2 ATS. And you're going to give me 8.5 with the Bulls? I'll take the 8.5 with the Bulls. I don't trust this Clippers team until we see something. The calendar turned to February, and they've been ass. And now you're laying 8.5. No chance. Looks like Kawhi Leonard and Powell are questionable. Those guys are out. It's even worse. Give me the Bulls plus the 8.5 there.
No, it looks like it's just Powell. I'm showing
Powell was out.
Powell is out.
Powell
And
out?
Leonard is in the lineup. Yeah, Powell is out. But Powell's a pretty productive player.
He is. I'd
Yeah.
rather have Powell over Leonard. Let's put it that way. Leonard has been he's the machine, but he plays so Mr. Inconsistent, right? So I like what I said. Give me the Bulls plus the points there.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Chris.
Yeah, Clippers, Bulls. I'm gonna take the over 228. I think we get up and down, and then Sacramento, Utah. I'll take the over there. I'm not laying that many points with Sacramento. I know they blew out the other day, and I had had Charlotte the other day when they came back and did that. But yeah, no, I'm still just take the over in the Sac Jazz game. And then yeah, taking the Spurs, the points with the Spurs there. I had Houston last night as one of my picks at 4, and they couldn't seem to get that. They let the Bucks come back and get on them. So I would just take the points with the Spurs.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
I actually lean Houston here. Wemby, they had their big winner for the Gipper game, and then they've lost 3 in a row. I know Houston's kind of not been themselves since Van Fleet's out. They've piled up some losses, but again, am I laying 10? No, but everybody wants an opinion on the game. You got it. The Kings and the Jazz, holy cow, a 10 with the Kings. I know I'm torn here because I got the Kings over win ticket. I got an under Jazz win ticket. But if you look at some of these Jazz scores, they kind of hang tough. They're always there within 7 or 8 points. So I'd have to look at the points in that one. And Clippers and the Bulls. It looked like the Bulls were just right in Tank City. And then they dropped 140 on the Sixers, which that's not really saying much, but I'd have to take them here as with the points. If the Clippers come in here and win by 10 or 15, I mean, Bulls fans, between them and the White Sox, holy cow, sorry. Move.
Cubs are hot. Cubs are hot to start the spring.
Get the Atlas travel van in town. Get out of there.
The Blackhawks, too. And the Bears. It's not very good. It's rough there. Yeah, they're not good at all there.
Not good in Chicago. The pizza's good.
I was going to say, we got to talk about their crappy pizza and hot dogs, too, on top of it. There's nothing to eat there.
I don't know where Verdugo went to. Don't tell me he went to the White Sox. That would be even worse.
He's got to be related to Verdugo. That's all he talks about, this guy.
Yeah, he's still unsigned. He's still unsigned as of yesterday. He's still one of those guys that has not been signed. So is Patrick Corbin still on? Someone wants to give him a minor league contract. So I don't know if these guys want him. On over to Alino.
Pat Corbin is a blessing.
The only thing with that, Sean, is if they move, where are you going to get your big plus money against the Dodgers in the freaking spring training? Oh, you didn't say Cubs.
Yeah.
I'll give you that much, but
Yeah, I did say the Cubs.
Oh, you did. Okay, I thought it was Tony that brought them. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, I like the Cubs
Where are
in
you
that
getting your
game.
plus money? Oh no! In the game, I didn't say. I thought you would tell them to move. I thought you said White Sox and.
No, I said the White Sox and the Bulls. And then Tony brought up the Bears and everything
You
else.
want to keep the Cubs there, huh? You like that plus money on the Cubs, though, huh?
They're terrible deep doo-doo pizza.
All right, back to the NBA here. I'm gonna keep it fairly simple here. I like the Kings. Not gonna lay the 10 or 9.5, whatever it is, full game. Though I'm gonna take the Kings first quarter -3. Like the Rockets, same story here, -3 in the first quarter, and I will look at the Bulls first half +4.5.
From El Nino, it's on over to Solo.
Clippers and the Bulls. I really wanted to pull the trigger on the Bulls. I actually want to handicap it. I had this line a little closer, and then when I see that Powell was out, kind of surprised to see this line still at 9. I think I'm with Chris. I think these teams get up and down. I think I'm gonna take the over. Sacramento and Utah. I wanted to pull the trigger on Utah, but I don't like betting Utah without marketing. Utah at home, they've been really solid. I want to say they covered 4 out of 5, and I want to say they covered 8 out of 10 over their last 10. They're really playing home. I think the play is Utah plus the points.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these 3. I like all the 3 dogs. All 3 dogs in this block. There, I like the Bulls here plus the points in this one. The Clippers kind of remind me of last year, right after the All-Star break. Total tank job. They were number 2. They were number 2 in the West, and then tanked all the way down the standing. It was just horrible the way they played down the stretch. LA's failed to cover 4 straight overall, 5 straight on the road. Chicago's covered all games since coming back from the All-Star break. They sit now in the 10th seed. So they're in the discussion here now with Philly tanking. They could be the one in that 9 versus 10 nonsense. So I don't want to call it nonsense. So, hey, it's more games to go.
Nonsense. You call it nonsense. Exactly what it is. Okay.
Yeah. They're the 10th seed right now. So they got hope. They might get in there. Kings and Jazz. Interesting with this Jazz team, and they've always been a good bet as a home dog. Remember early on they weren't covering; they were horrible as a home dog. Well, they actually are now in positive unit territory as a home dog now, and because what they've done, they've covered 7 of 8 at home, and they're at home have the Jazz. So that money on as a home dog is cashing in. So just give me Utah Give me the Spurs here. Houston, again, has not been shooting the ball very well. In back-to-back games, the Rockets 4-8-1 to the spread in back-to-back games, and 1-5 to the spread in their past 6. Give me the Spurs plus the points here. Rockets in a back-to-back spot, and they haven't looked pretty good at home. Right? They've had some struggles there. 1-5 in their past 6 homes. So I'll look here at the Spurs. Like I said, like all the dogs in that late spot. Let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we move on over to college hoops here for tonight. Big card as you'd expect here as we get down into end of February. So in this block, boy, they give us a lot of 7 Eastern games here. So in this block, we're going to cover the games at 6 Eastern, and we'll include the 7:30 Eastern games. So the 6 Eastern and include the 7:30 Eastern here in this first block. We move on over to Rod.
And looking at this first block of college basketball action, first one I'm looking at here is give me Ole Miss on the road here, getting 13. I know Auburn's good, but not 13-point favorite good. Ole Miss, I've been the greatest on the road, but still 500 ATS-wise this season. So 13 points too many. Give me Ole Miss plus the 13 there. And then weird-looking line in this one, looking at Bucknell taking on Loyola MD. Look at the Greyhounds at home, 6-6, 1-4 straight up. You look at Bucknell. They haven't been great on the road, but 10-3-1, definitely the better squad there. Looking overthinking, give me Bucknell lay the 2.5 there in that matchup. And then some dogs on the road. Look at the Vandy Vandy getting 7.5. Maybe because Texas A&M 12-2 straight up at home, but I don't know. I think that's just too many there. I'll take Vandy plus the 7.5. I know Vandy does play their better basketball at home, but here on the road getting 7.5, I just can't pass that up. Take Vandy plus the 7.5 there. And then looking at Mr. Wesker's in the chat here, Syracuse is in this matchup here. They're 1-4.
Again.
Yeah, 1-4 straight up in their last 5. I can't bet Syracuse here. No chance. That 1-point favorite. It's like, oh, you don't have to lay 1 point with Syracuse at home. Guess what? NC State gets the first win on the road, and they beat Syracuse in this one.
Wow.
Give me NC State in that one. I'm going to pay Syracuse there at home on their home court. That line tells you everything you need to know. It's a 1, and it's flipped to a -1. Just as I said it, Syracuse went to a +1 as I flipped that. So, no, not doing it. Another one I like in this spot. Give me the Bonnies here, taking on St. Joe's. The coach of the Bonnies, he's dominant over St. Joe's. I think he's whooped them up 10 straight games now. Has been the coach of the Bonnies. It's just that matchup. You look at St. Joe's at home, been solid, right? 4-1 in their last 5, 5-0 against that number. Give me the Bonnies plus the 6.5 in that matchup. And then one more that I'm looking at here in this early slate. Well, guess what UConn's done in the first half all season long? Failed to cover. 0-12 ATS in the first half. You're going to give me Georgetown plus 8 in the first half? I will take it gladly. Give me the Hoyas plus 8 in the first half over UConn.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I got you a couple in this. Rod pretty much went over them though, but Vandy, Texas A&M, take the points with Vandy. And I just saw on one of the books here that I'm in, Auburn dropped back down to 12.5. I'm fading my Rebels. I take 12.5 with Auburn. I've gotten burned by not taking Auburn before, so it's just a lean. There's no premium or anything on it, but just I take 12.5 with Auburn.
From Chris on over to Sean.
All right, I'm going to have quite a few here. So let's start. I just added this because Rod was talking about this UConn game. Georgetown is plus 14.
Yes, they are.
What have we seen out of UConn? These guys are still muddling along. If you want to take 14, I'm not going to advise against it. All right, well, let's get into the ugly nonsense. I'm going to jump into some added slop here. 2 of them that fit my real ugly pattern. And again, these are 29 and 50. I mentioned I had a couple uglies yesterday with NIU there, not getting it done. But these have not really been that great overall when you get into these bottom tiers here. Bellarmine plus 15 and Stetson plus 14. Maybe one Could go 1-1. The Saturdays have been really bad. They've gone like 1-6, 0-5. One Thursday they went 0-6. So when you get to these really wacky ones, I'd hold off. Not hold off. You go play them. You got to play them both and do them for little amounts. Now my close call ones, 30-17. So not too shabby here. Boston plus 3.5. Presbyterian plus 6. Navy plus 4. Navy. I still might even play this. They are 7-3 versus American. They play them well. So you give me 4 points, even 4.5 or so offshore. Super. And last one here in this window, Holy Cross plus 10. This fits the pattern, even though they're an ugly one. 42-27. This is a premium. Not my 3-pack, but you get what I always give out a premium here. So Holy Cross plus 10. I got it at 9, so it's actually gone up a little bit. But that's it for the early games.
From Sean O'Dell.
Yeah, I liked a couple games. Actually, I think Mr. West was asking about. And I'm going to start off by agreeing with Rod on Bucknell. A little worried about that 4-10 road record, but I think this is a decent spot for them to get the little railroad win here. I will disagree with him, however, on Syracuse. I'm going Syracuse here, 9-6 at home. And as he said, I'm just not going to wait for NC State to get their first road win here, so I'll keep fading NC State on the road. Other one I kind of liked was Tempo. He asked about that one. A couple big question marks for them there, so probably wait on those, but I'm just probably leaning Tempo. They lost the last meeting 100-91 in Tampa, but they were 10-2 at home. USF just 2-8 on the road, so that is a concern for the Bulls there. And I liked Asheville early, laying the 6, 13-0 at home. Presbyterian just 3-12 on the road, so I'll lay the 6 here with Asheville.
From Alameda, on over solo.
Ole Miss and Auburn, not really my style, but I'm a little chalky today. I'm gonna lay it with Auburn. Notre Dame and Clemson. I told you early in the season, I learned my lesson. I don't fade Clemson at Little John. I'm gonna lay it, and I'm on NC State to get their first win. I'm fading Syracuse.
Oh, there we go from solo. All right.
You're going to walk off a cliff.
I like about these games. Hey, Michigan State now getting 4.5. Give them to me. I know it's Maryland. Maryland's been tough, but give me Michigan State away from home, hitting 46%, allowing teams under 40% shooting away from their home court. And the Spartans have covered 11-15 in the Big Ten. Give me Michigan State now, plus 4.5. Yeah, that's right. I agree there with the Georgetown plus the bundle there. UConn has failed to cover 12-16 against the Big East, and you're going to lay 14 with them? I don't think so. Hoyas are 5-2. The spread is a road dog. I'll take them in this spot. Matter of fact, Hoyas away from home, holding teams to under 42% shooting, so they defend well away from their home court. So I'll look at them there. Also, like Rhode Island plus the points. Dayton, what's going on with Dayton? They had some. They have a lot of experience. So they look. They really have not. They played underperformed, I should say. 14th in effective field goal defense in the A10. They don't defend the paint very well. Giving up 54% shooting inside, 36% from 3. Here, looking here at Rhode Island, this is a team that defends the 3-point line very well. But you get the Flyers off their home court. They're giving up 47% shooting there. And the Rhode Island's in really good shooting form over their past 5. Dayton has failed to cover 10 of 14 against the A10. Rams have covered 2 of 3 at home as a dog. I'll look Rhode Island here plus the points. And I'm just going to lay it with Auburn. I laid it with Alabama yesterday. I'm going to lay it with Auburn here as well. Rebels just don't shoot well in conference enough for me. They failed to cover 3 of their past 4. Ole Miss 9th in offensive efficiency in the conference. I look for Auburn there. Let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we continue here with college tips. We'll close out the college basketball card tonight with the games beginning at 8 Eastern and conclude with your late night games here all the way to, I think we've got something. Let me go back and put my time sort in here again. Let's see, Spanky's got to fix that. All right, we'll go from 8 Eastern all the way to 11 Eastern. Got a couple games at 11 Eastern spot. There tonight. Got a good one in the Mountain West again. Utah State, Boise State in that slot. That one's up to 4.5 now. USC, Ohio State, a good one there as well in this late spots. So we start here with Rod.
Yeah, looking right at that Utah State, Boise State. It's like I'll take your 4.5. I'll take Utah State plus the 4.5. In a game that's most likely coming down to who's got the ball last year. You had 4.5 points. You want it. Take Utah State plus the 4.5 there. And give me the Beavers here at home against San Fran. Only laying 2.5. You look at the Beavers at home as a home favorite. 12-1 ATS this season at home as a home favorite. Absolutely lights out. Look 15-2, 14-2 against that number. I know they haven't been playing the greatest over these last 5. Only 1-4 against that number here, but I think this is perfect on the home court there. Give me the Beavers in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is give me Virginia plus the 7.5 against Wake. I know Wake 11-2 at home, but not against this big giant numbers. 4-8-1 ATS at home is Wake. I expect the Wake to cover 7.5. Not doing that. Give me Virginia plus the 7.5 in that matchup. And then one more I'm looking at here is I know Arizona's laying a big boatload, but Utah, yikes! Utah on the road versus teams that are hitting over 72% of their field or free throws, which is what Arizona does. 0-10 ATS is Utah. No thanks. 1-7 on the road. 1-7 against that spread. Arizona wins by 20 plus. Lay it with Arizona on their home court in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is you look at Kentucky laying 2.5. What? Why? Oklahoma's bad. Oklahoma at home, 11-4 straight up at home. They haven't been great against the spread, and they haven't been great over their last 5. They got themselves a nice win last time out. Kentucky on the road, I'm not laying anything. Give me Oklahoma on the money line. I think they get themselves another little outright there over Kentucky. Everybody's talking about this. Kentucky, you only have to lay 2.5 here with them. It's a perfect get right spot in Oklahoma. No, that place is going to be going absolutely bananas. This will be like the Super Bowl for Oklahoma. I'll take Oklahoma there in that matchup. And then Butler at home. Good test for them here, taking on St. John's. Should be a good one. Butler plays their better ball at home. I'll take Butler plus the 6.5 there, little home doggy to end the slate.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, the two I got in this one, Texas, Arkansas. I think Arkansas has come down to 3.5 now. I think it started at 5.5, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd take 3.5 with Arkansas. And then Kentucky, Oklahoma. I'm going to take the over in that one. I think we get up and down on that one. And that's the two I got.
From Chris on over to Sean.
Yeah, I went you on the Arkansas there, Chris. I looked at it last night. I'm like, 5.5, all right. Kind of a desperate spot, sort of like Georgia at home as a dog. And it's come down. People buying Texas. Texas is not that. I think they had, 4 wins in conference? This is not as back in Texas. I get it. 5.5 is one thing. 3.5 is a different number. Give me Arkansas here at home. George Washington plus 3.5. I think I'd like 4 would be better. But listen, it's gone up. I'll take GW at this number.
You get 5.
Sign me up that one. Was it 5? What?
You can get 5 with GW right now. I'm seeing 5.
It's 5 now?
Yeah.
It was 3.5 when the show started at 8:30.
It was.
So it's up to 5.
Up to 5 is
okay.
yeah.
I mean, maybe somebody knows something. I don't know.
Sister Jean, did you call her up?
Basketball.
You better call Sister Jean and see how she's doing. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll take 5, sure. And then at Boise, Utah. Listen, this was the same thing against New Mexico. They were like a 4-point favorite. They covered. I would do Boise. If you don't want to do Boise, at least an overplay in this one. I know Utah State's had their kind of number of late, but I'm going to go home team in the over now one if you're interested in some late action. That's where I would look.
Yeah, well, Texas not getting those favorable calls anymore. Remember that in the Big 12. That's why Missouri and Nebraska left. They were tired of them. They didn't seem to be good officiating. It seemed Texas was getting the favorable calls when they're back in the day. They're on over. They're not going to get that in the SEC. On over to L.
Yes, I was looking at Arkansas too, but no, I do Theo there for them, so it makes it a little harder, but probably still leaning that way. The ones I like better, however, are BYU. They're just 4-5 on the road, but they won this last meeting by 20 on New Year's Eve, and just don't think that any New Year's resolutions will make up for a 20-point deficit at home here. They're still laying 4.5, so again, not too crazy
5.
about that. Yeah, 5 now. So I'll go. I'll still lay it. I'll still lay it with BYU there. I do agree with Rod on Utah State. I like that one a lot, actually. Again, the 4.5 or 7-2 on the road. They only won by 2 at home, but I think they're live dogs in this one. I mean, they are live dogs in this one. But again, I think probably the better play is on the points. I don't know if that's just because I got burnt on the Bucks last night. No, but I think this one is a close one that gets down to the wire. So I'll take the points with Utah State there. And last but not least, I like SMU here. Won the last meeting by 10 last month. 6-2 on the road. Kevin Miller is questionable, but I think they get the job done either way here. So I'm laying the points with SMU.
From Al on over to Solo.
Central Arkansas and Lipscomb. I'm gonna lay it with Lipscomb. I think it's a really good team. I think they pull away in the second half. GW and Loyola Chicago. I was actually with GW at the 3.5. This line movement has me a little hesitant. I think I'm gonna step away from that game. Where we at? Kentucky and Oklahoma. I'm with Rod. I think Oklahoma's the play. They look good in the better game in the game over the weekend. Kentucky hasn't really invested on the road. I know they got good coaching, decent players, but I just think this Oklahoma spot. Where was that? And I'm with USC over Ohio State.
That's right there from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. I like the over as well in Oklahoma and Kentucky here. Sooners have gone over in 10 of 15 at home, where they shoot 50%. And they're not a very good defensive team. Wildcats in conference play, and that's against the SEC, shooting 49% in conference. That's pretty good. And that's good enough where I might look at Kentucky in round 1 of the NCAA tournament. Because if you're shooting 49% against the SEC, what are you going to do when you face a mid-major? I mean, that to me is pretty impressive to look at here. There with Kentucky shooting the basketball. I agree now with Arkansas here. Texas, not a very good shooting team, 30% from 3. Less 48% from 2, and not a good defensive team either. And Arkansas is a team that's playing. Is that desperate team? They're that team that's going to probably push hard, maybe try to make a deep run in the SEC tournament. We always see these teams down the stretch that go on this crazy runs. That might be Arkansas this year. There, so I'll look at the Razorbacks in that spot. Agree with Solo, like USC. While they're shooting the ball, here's a team that hits 49% in the Big Ten. If they could do everything else right, this team would get it together, right? I mean, the way they shoot the basketball, that's hard to do against this conference. But, man, their 2-point, 3-point shooting has been solid for this Trojan team. But, man, Ohio State, 16th in effective field goal shooting. This team, the complete opposite. They can't even shoot. USC, 38% from 3, 54% inside against the Big Ten. Wow. And you look at numbers like that, you think they'd be, the top 4 in the league. But, no, they can't do everything. Everything else pretty much sucks. But, that's the reason. Actually, they do defend the 3-point line pretty well. But I don't trust this Buckeyes team. Their defensive form, bad. Failed to cover 4 or 5. I'll take USC in that one. I'm staying away from Boise State and Utah State. I respect that home court. These mountain. Who was it, Sean, that said these Mountain West home courts? Yeah, I got to respect them. But to me, in these games, it's either home team or nothing. And I don't like the line. I don't like to give out more than a possession there. So for me, it's nothing in that one. San Diego State did score last night there with another home team getting the money there in the Mountain West games. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show, guys. We're giving you our free picks, but our best bets are over at our website, Tony'sPicks.com. Click the link in the description, get right over there, get signed up. Let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show as we flip on over to the NHL card, a lighter card tonight. So it's a Wednesday. We got just 3 games on the board tonight. Here we go. Jets and Senators. Jets $1.29, total 5.5. Devils and Avalanche here. We've got the Avs here, $1.38, total 5.5. Canucks at the Kings. The Kings $1.70, total 5.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at this Jets game to kick it off, you look at this. It's a funny line again for the Jets, minus 135. It's the first of a back-to-back spot as well for this Jets club. So I'm guessing we're going to see Comrie in that one for the Jets. It's just Hellebuck started last time against San Jose. Hey, they held him in there. Got the OT win in that matchup. So I think they go back to Comrie. Comrie got the win versus St. Louis in the last match. So I think they kick it off with Comrie. That's why the line is so low. You look at the Jets have won 10 straight. So give me the under 5.5 in that matchup. Expect a low-scoring one. We always see low-scoring ones between these 2 clubs. 6-3-1 to the under head-to-head. So give me the under in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at here is give me the under in Vancouver and LA. We know we see some goals in LA over the last couple games, but not here in this spot. Kevin Lankinen got paid, and he's quite happy. He should be getting the start here for the Canucks in this spot, and he's been solid for this Canucks team, especially on the road. Just a road warrior. And the Kings should be Kemper getting the start, and we know what they do at home. So expect a goalie's duel in that one. First to 3 type game wins that one. Give me the under 5.5 in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over Sean.
Winnipeg, like I said, Rod, looks fishy, right? They've won 10 in a row, 130. But is it worth getting in front of a garbage truck for a plus 120 or whatever? I'm not looking at – that's not worth – you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes in like baseball, something like, all right, the team's on a nice win streak. You want to fade them a little bit. It's to me, I'd rather just lose with a small fade than try to get cute with not much plus money. So I lean Winnipeg there. New Jersey, second roadie for them. They won their first one, so I looked at Colorado here at home minus the 135. And give me the Kings on that under there, right? Series, 3-6-1 to the under. Vancouver 2-8 to the under last 10. And on the season, Kings 30-22 to the under there. And as you said on Monday, when we were like, hey, let's take the Kings, maybe do a puck line. When they're playing against better offensive teams, maybe they'll score. This isn't it. Let's go under. I'm with you on the under 5.5 there, Rod.
There from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I'm lean to the Avs here at home and put a little bit on the puck line. Not too much, just enough to like try to get this juice down to about even money. And then the last one, I'll look at the Kings at home. I'm gonna go full on -1 with them. I'll just split my bet, go money line and puck line on them. Should get that around. Let me see, probably around. Oh, much better. Hold on, 1 second. Should get that -110. So I like, Kings -1, -110, and the Avs money line and a little bit on the puck line.
From El Ninos. All right, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our Parlay Peripheral segment where the cappers can give out a parlay, give it out team player prop, and tell you to play them straight. Baseball action here, season win totals, player props, a lot going on here. They make the call in this segment. We start with Rod.
And for me, we're going to go with little three-teamer in college hoops. We're going to take Oklahoma on the money line. We're going to take St. Bonnie's on the money line. And we're going to throw in, I see somebody asking about Virginia money line. Sure, let's throw Virginia money line in there as well. They've been dominant over Wake. They've won, 7 straight versus Wake Forest has been Virginia. So I'll take Virginia money line as well. Little three-teamer money line dog parlay in college basketball.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you a three-teamer in the NBA. We'll go Detroit with the points, Toronto with the points, and Chicago with the points. And your daily MLB futures player prop. I got 2 here, so I'll give one out later. I'll save that one for later. But today, I'm actually looking at used to be a Chicago White Sox. Now he's a Boston Red Sox. Garrett Crochet over 200 Ks. He's already had 4 in spring training, so I think it's better for him to be on the Red Sox there. So Crochet over 200 Ks should get you about $1.20.
There from Chris on over to Sean.
Interesting one there. I wonder how that, he was kind of a little crybaby at the end of the season. Like, don't trade for me. I'm not going to pitch. I want to shut it down. He's a guy, I don't know, might be soft. I don't know if he can handle that Boston crowd up there. They'll eat him up. But, all right. I got 3 for you. Right? Really, Solo, am I right? The guy, you're going to complain and you're on the White Sox. Hey, we're going to trade you a team win a World Series. No, I'm not going to pitch. I want to make sure my arm's okay.
I think Crochet was one of them early picks, man, out that SEC. He's been around. He heard it all. He'll be fine.
He didn't want to play in the postseason, right? I think he said he wasn't going to play
in the postseason.
Yeah, he didn't want to play in the postseason. Yeah, that was the thing,
that's
too.
The kind of stuff. I get it, but you don't. That's not a team don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. 2 and a push yesterday. We won 2. We get a push with the Mavericks. Maybe a win there, Lakers. Listen, Lakers fans, I'm gonna make fun of a lot of teams people like. I'm not against you or your squad. I'm looking to make some money. There's a point spread involved. All right, so stop whining in the chat when I take a team plus points. Holy cow, man! They got you playing
the money line.
Man, come on! We're taking points here today. Holy Cross plus the 10. It's a premium. Enjoy it. Go get the 3-pack. Kings under. I just loaded up on the site. You don't have to buy that one either. Go get it. Under 5.5. Another winner there. And on the ice here, last play here. I'm going the Avs. I'm taking them 135 here. I think it's a good spot off of New Jersey with a big win. So they start to roach off good. Maybe they lay an egg here. Those are the 3-pack. 52 and 33, good for 61%. Straight bet them. You'll be in the plus.
Straight bet them from Sean. On over to Al.
I will go Kings first quarter -3, Rockets -3, and then I'll go Pacers -3.5, I guess, first quarter.
From Al Nino, it's on over to Solo.
Let's go Bulls plus the points. Let's go BYU minus, and let's go USC money line.
There from Solo. It's what I like. I like Georgetown plus the points, like the over in Kentucky and Oklahoma, like SC here at -1 or a pick 'em there in that one. All right, we got you through the Parlay peripheral segment. Now it's time to see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading to a busy week of action on the hardwood, the NBA as well as college basketball. As NHL also on the board. Well, we'll see what Rod has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Rod's put together some impressive numbers here over in the NHL. Also on the leaderboard here as well overall. If you take a look at it, we'll see what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks.
And for me, over Tony's Picks, I'll have one NHL play. I just have to throw it up into the package. I hit it yesterday with the Panthers on the puck line there. So I'll have that up for you momentarily. And then I got college basketball. My college basketball slam dunk pick of the day. We're going for our 6th straight with that. We had Alabama yesterday. Cruise to the win. That was definitely a no sweater at all in that matchup. So love that play today to get our 6th straight there. That 6th straight 10-star college basketball slam dunk is included in my slam dunk triple. So definitely don't buy but don't buy both. Pick one or the other. Grab that 3-pack. I'm telling you, it's a nice little 3-pack there to crush the books today in the college basketball slate. I'll have one NBA as well on my best bet. I dropped it yesterday in the NBA. So dropped my last 2 NBA selections. So looking for a little bounce back in that one today. So better yet is to go long term here at Tony's Picks. That way you don't miss out on any late steam action going. It's exclusive here at Tony's Picks. That late steam play, you got an email to you when you're aboard long term here at Tony's Picks. So jump aboard, heating up after my 5-15 little losing streak there, staying hot, winning days. I believe it's 4 or 5 of the last 7. So definitely jump aboard. Let's continue to stay in the green and stack some units. Hockey's been good. College basketball's been good for me as well. Not as good as Sean's, but it's still been good. This season, well over 1,000 units in college basketball combined. If you look, it's well over 1,000 units. Yeah, you're almost at 1,200 units college basketball for the season combined.
2024 and 2025 combined. Get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. See green across the board with Rod. So no better time to get on board with Rod. You see his one-day passes up there. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. Must earn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Not so on the long-term passes because they're such a discount. Remember that 1-month pass will include a lot of action here in college hoops, regular season, end of that, as well as conference tournaments. We'll dip into some NCAA tournament action here because that 1-month pass expires here on March 26th because we only got 28 days and we only have 28 days in February. So you get quite a bit of coverage there with that 1-month pass already into day 1 of the NCAA tournament when you get that 1-month pass. So get on board with Rod and use that promo code Tony T at checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, let's take a look here at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll see what Chris has for sale. Chris put together impressive numbers here in the NBA for the year. Chris, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I got you guys a 3-pack in the NBA, best bet, 2 premiums. We cashed our best bet yesterday, looking to keep that momentum going forward. So, yeah, I'll have that. And then some college basketball towards the weekend and more NBA this week. As we head out that way, I'm probably going to do potentially a season pass for the MLB because that's one of my favorite things. So I'll be looking for that to hit the site for that package. But otherwise, yeah, just some NBA today and hop on something long-term with me. Let me get you that late steam for the injuries and the line movements that happen because of that. 2-for-1 capper, 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. And then, yeah, make sure on all my packages that you're using the promo code Tony T at checkout, save you that 15%. And, yeah, just looking for some more NBA, ready for March Madness, and then we'll head into baseball.
Very good. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. See his NBA 3-pack up there. Best bet as well up on the board right now. So get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Link in the description. Get you there. Remember, profit guarantee on the 1-day passes. Must earn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Not so on the long-term passes because they're sold at such a discount. Get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, we'll take a look and see what Sean has to sell over at Tony's Picks. Sean, unit leader right now, approaching 5,000 units of profit. All documented over at Tony's Picks. You can verify that simply by going to Sean's handicapper page. When you click that link in the description, you'll find Sean's handicapper page up top of the leaderboard right now over at Tony's Picks. Sean, what you got for sale?
All right, number one, there's 120 people watching. There's 23 likes. Are you kidding me? How many picks do everybody give out on this show? Hit the like button, you jackals. I mean, that costs you nothing. Besides the fact that we give out free picks every day on here at the end. What are you doing? Come on. What's there to say? College basketball. That's where I concentrate right now. It's been, and I come on every day. Tell you I do 17 and 15 run. So a little ho hum the last few days, but it's still making a little bit of money. We're going to hit a little hiccup every once again. What's there to say? I got a 3-pack up. Go get it. I gave you 2 of my. I got 6. I got a 3-pack up. I gave you 2 other games that are premiums here at the end of the show, which I'm hitting pretty well. I got nothing. Go buy the 3-pack. Support the channel. Support the show. You like an NBA? We got a 2-for-1. I'll cover the hoops on one side. Grab an NBA guy on the other side. Grab a hockey guy. Sunday we got the A-Sun. Come on, I'm excited. And then we got baseball in a month.
Yeah.
You think 280 basketball games in 2 months is a lot? You ain't seen nothing yet, baby.
That's right. Baseball, not too far away. Get on board, Sean. You see this 3-pack. Consider the long-term pass, that 1-month pass. Get you some tournament action from the NCAA tournament with that 1-month pass because you'll get the remainder of regular season college hoops, all the conference tournament action, and dip into the NCAA tournament. And don't forget those NITs, CBIs. What's the other one they got out there? There's another one out there that's going on.
You still have the CBI and the CIT, those things?
I guess they still got them. They had them last year. They had them, ESPNU needs some content. So they get them on. A lot of those games are on CBS Sports Network. All those networks, they need content. So they need games. So they can't just CBS Sports ever just can't play playing replays of the NCAA tournament all day. But anyway, get on board with Sean. Long-term pass, the way to go. That's a really good price. Promo code PICK it. Check out. We'll save you that 15% off. All plays documented, so you can verify all the numbers from Sean. What does he put in? 361 plays he's put in at TonySpeaks.com. You can verify every one of them here at the bottom of the page. All transparent here at TonySpeaks.com. So get on board with Sean Higgs right now and get signed up. All right, let's take a look here at El Nino's, what he's got for sale over at TonySpeaks.com. El Nino's put together a little good NHL run the last 7 days. El, what's for sale?
I got my NBA, my $19 alley-oop, and got another extra play in the NBA as well. If you want to grab them individually or get a long-term pass, also have my best bet in the NHL up there as of right now. Still working on my best college basketball bet of the day, but that one will be up as well. And probably look for some steam plays in the NBA as well.
Very good. Yeah, guys, get on board here with the El Nino's over at TonySpeaks.com. LEU play up there. Long-term passes available. So get on board with L. Remember, promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. So get on board with El Nino's right now at Tony's Picks. All right, we'll take a look and see what Solo's got going on over at TonySpeaks.com. Off another winning day for Solo. 170 units of profit for the Tuesday. Solo, what's for sale?
I'm heavy into my NBA and college basketball streets. It's actually my favorite card since Saturday, so I'm kind of heavy today. So sign with me short-term, long-term, pay me one of the good cappers. I kind of agree with what Sean said too. Like, we on here, giving out these hard-earned picks, man. We love to do this, guys. But at the same time, I understand everybody financial situation is what it is. But with that being said, man, just hit that subscribe button, man. Show us a little love. Let's get to the bank.
Let's get to the bank in with Solo right now over at Tony's Picks. You see Solo cranking here with a 3-pack up here right now from the NBA. Also a best bet from the NBA and college basketball. So get on board with Solo over at TonySpeaks.com. 5 premiums on the board. You can buy them individually or just get the long-term pass. You got a 3-day pass up there. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll knock off that 15% off any of these packages. So get on board with Solo over at TonySpeaks.com. Again, remember, all these 1-day passes are profit guaranteed. Must earn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guaranteed. All right. We got you through that part of the show here, guys. Just remember, we're with you here every day at 9:30 Eastern time. I also have a 3-pack on the board myself over at TonySpeaks.com. Working on my best bets. So I'll have 4 premiums for you today over at TonySpeaks. So get on board with me. Multi-capper promotion. You can match me up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion over at TonySpeaks.com. Remember, our long-term subscribers, you're entitled to the late steam plays from our cappers. Our plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. Our cappers handicap throughout the day and night looking for those late plays. They load them between 10 minutes to 2 hours before game time. Those are emailed directly to your inbox using the email that you use when you signed up for the service. All right. With you here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time here with the Tony Picks Morning Show. So, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you're with us here every day And I just want to highlight our channel over at Tony'sPicks.com, guys. So if you ever miss a live show, you can always check out the archive over on our channel here. Just hit the live tab, and you'll get all our live shows. Our live show today, the happy hour. Rod will tell you a little about the happy hour, Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. But our archives are up there for you guys to check out. Also, we have an on-demand content when you hit the video tab there, and you'll see a lot of content from myself and a lot of the cappers. El Nino's looking for those 3 dogs of the day. He's got his video up there for you right now. Chris come in with some NBA as well. Rod with the NHL. We got Kevin Thomas coming in with some picks as well. So check us out on our on-demand channel over at Tony'sPicks.com. And of course, I'll also make note here about our website. Looking for articles, free pick articles. You want to start reading stuff? Just go over to our site, Tony'sPicks.com. You'll see our articles here, bottom of the page here from guys like Nick Lacaretos is our NBA writer. Of course, Kevin Stott writes for us in college hoops and more. So check out our articles over at Tony'sPicks.com. A lot of free pick articles. We go really in depth here with a lot of the content. You can always just click the tabs here and find your favorite picks here from the games. As our writers are hard at work getting you free picks on the site there. And of course, Kevin Stott, former writer of the Las Vegas Review Journal, Las Vegas Sun. He's with us at Tony'sPicks.com. Writes our college hoops right now. As you can see, lots of articles, a lot of free picks up there today from college hoops. And he goes very much in depth with his writing here. So very good content here at Tony'sPicks.com. Check him out here. That's Kevin Stott, our writer, feature writer over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, guys, with you here Monday through Friday live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with the Tony Six Morning Show. But we also have other content produced here on the show. Of course, Rod, you come in with that happy hour Monday through Friday here at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, definitely tune into the happy hour 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll be covering on all the latest injury news, goalie starting, and then when MLB starts kicking off, we'll have those pitchers, who's in, who's out. Because sometimes in these mornings, we'll be looking at baseball starting pitchers, and it'll still say TBD, and you're like, sometimes you're down with TBD, but sometimes you're not down with TBD, and you'd love to know who's starting in those games. So definitely tune into the happy hour. We'll have you covered down on all the latest info on the happy hour. So definitely tune into that 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you're looking for any hockey video that I didn't cover today, I got you covered in the archive section of Tony's Picks in the YouTube section. Go check it out.
Absolutely. And of course, Chris, you got content over as well over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
Yeah, I got you NBA video out there today. Keep pumping those out. And then probably looking to comprise a video series as baseball starts. I'll start doing that, something probably similar to what Al does with his dogs. I completely enjoy that. So I'll be doing something with baseball with that, with props or whatever. So that's kind of my plans for the future. Very
good. And of course, Sean, you pop in here on the morning shows.
Yeah, morning show. Monday, Friday is good. Weekends a little tougher, but with tournaments, who knows? I'll be around. We'll see, depends. There is this, I had to go hunting. I was like, man, the CIT and CBI, they are back. CBI right? Straight out of Daytona Beach. I got to love it. 16 teams, March 22nd.
Yeah, so playing one gym. Yeah, one gym. And they're there all the time. Is NIT still going? Is it in Vegas? I know it was in Vegas. I know it's out of MSG now. I think.
I don't know. I just entered to win a free stay at the Hard Rock down there in Daytona for.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully I did it early enough I could get in there to win that little contest.
Nice. There in Daytona. That's right. They play in that same gym. They did that last year. Remember that? Yeah. Alaninos, of course, you come on the morning show. We catch you once in a while in the happy hour, and of course, you got your look for those dogs every day. 3 dogs of the day up on the site.
Yeah, I might have to go bother Sean if he makes it down to the Hard Rock. But, didn't make it yesterday, so I'll go over the previous day's results as well. We went 3-0 on Monday, 2-1 yesterday, so back on track there. It had been a rough day before that, but back on track on that video. Looking for 3 dogs, usually in the NBA first, then go from there if it's a shorter card. But check out today's dogs. Had a lot of choices, a lot of dogs to choose from today. So if you're curious about which 3 I went with, go check that video out.
So that was video 3 dogs of the day. And of course, Stella, we got you here on the morning show, and if we pop in as well, occasionally on the happy hour.
Yeah, I'm an early bird, so I like to pop in on early morning show. But every once in a while, I tap in with the happy hour. But either way, we lurking around. We here. We're gonna start loading up some more videos as the season kicks on. Remember last year, I was doing MLB. I was doing WNBA. I just haven't had the time, guys. I've been doing so much morning stuff, and there's so many games. We're handicapping 70 games a night, guys. It's really hard to set a time. I'm trying to concentrate and make sure my premium picks will get out there, and we put money in your pocket.
Absolutely, guys. We're there from Solo, so check us out here on the morning show and happy hour as well. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us. That's going to do it here for the show. Like everyone that joined us here in the chat as well. Before we go, anybody have any closing thoughts before we roll?
Yeah, you want to bet early? Well, I'll give you a bet early. And we're going to go to the MLB. It kicks off in 9 o'clock. There's a 1 p.m. Eastern game. We got the Houston Astros taking on Washington. Taking Nerfy. No runs, first inning. We got Framber Valdez on the bump for Houston. And we got Babyface Hurts going for Washington.
Babyface is back. Babyface
is back. Babyface Hurts is going for that one. So no runs, first inning. We know Framber and Babyface can get through that first inning.
That's right.
Babyface. And real quick, the guy from the Nats, number 3 from LSU. I can't think of his name. I watched a little spring training game the other day. He's the real deal. What's it, Cruz?
Oh, Dylan Cruz.
Dylan Cruz.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Yeah. He's good.
They say so. Him and Woods are supposed to propel them. We'll see what happens.
Yep, absolutely.
They got some young guys over there, man. So I like the over 70 and a half.
Yeah, if Abram would stay at the casino, they'd be okay.
Yeah. And of course, Mr. Whiskers is on Corbin and Verdugo watch, so he'll let us know where they get signed. There, so the two remaining unsigned notables there, unsigned. All right, that's going to do it here for the 26 Morning Show. We're back again here tomorrow. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the 26 Morning Show.